Hi, everybody, and welcome to the DRF Breeding Report. I'm Dan Illman, joined via telephone by Daily Racing Form's Nicole Russo. And this week on the Breeding Report, we're going to discuss two Kentucky Derby hopefuls that recently won major prep races. Nicole, we have to begin with Irish Warcry, who just threw this division into a sort of an uproar with his upset win over Champion Classic Empire in the Holy Bull.
Yeah, and Irish Warcry, this is fascinating. He's a New Jersey bred. Only two New Jersey breds in history have won the Derby. Regret in 1915, and you have to go all the way back to Cavalcade in 1934 to find the other one. New Jersey small foal crops, Irish Warcry emerging from a crop of just 118 registered foals born in that state 3 years ago, according to the Jockey Club.
It is amazing, to be sure, that this Jersey bred is making such waves and is actually ranked #1 on the current NTRA top 3-year-old poll. But as you mentioned, not impossible for a Jersey bred to win the Kentucky Derby. I mean, even Dance Floor, I think back in 1992, was a Jersey bred who finished 3rd in the Kentucky Derby. We're going to take a look at the Holy Bull Stakes right now while discussing this horse's pedigree, because he's kind of a Jersey bred in name only. He's by that super stallion Curlin.
Yeah, and Curlin, really one of the best young classic sires in America right now. We'll discuss in a minute that Irish Warcry might have some distance concerns on the bottom half of his pedigree, but I really believe in Curlin as the type of sire who can balance that stuff out. Curlin's had a classic winner or classic placed runner from each of his first 4 crops. He started off with Palace Malice, who won the 2013 Belmont. Ride on Curlin was second in the Preakness the following year. Keen Ice third to American Pharaoh in the Belmont, and of course came back to defeat the Triple Crown winner in the Travers. And then Exaggerator winning 3 Grade 1 races, including the Preakness last year. Curlin, just a stellar young classic sire, and he looks to have another contender here.
He stands for $150,000 this breeding season at Hill and Dale. He has another graded stakes winner at Gulfstream this year already in Curlin's Approval, who took the Hurricane Birdie. And you mentioned this horse's classic success. He also had 7 horses last year to earn Beyer speed figures of 100 or greater, topped by Stellar Winds 110. And of course, you mentioned Exaggerator. But now we have to talk about sort of the elephant in the room concerning Irish Warcry's pedigree, and that is the bottom half, because there's not a ton of black type there.
Yeah, Irish Sovereign, her maximum winning distance, only 6 furlongs. This is his dam by Polish numbers. She was a useful race mare, earned over 100,000. She really needed some stamina injected into her pedigree. And again, we're going to see if Curlin can balance that out there. She's been a productive broodmare for this program. She's the dam of 6 winners from as many starters. A couple of her foals have won at middle distances up to 1 1/16. One of those is her son, Irish Straight, who is by English Channel, like Curlin, a son of the late, great Smart Strike. So perhaps this cross is the right one to inject that stamina into Irish Sovereign's line.
And as we saw, Irish Warcry had no problems with the 1 1/16 last Saturday at Gulfstream Park, just taking the bull by the horns, going right to the front and dominating that race on the lead and earning a pretty big Beyer speed figure, a 97. He is 3 for 3 in his career, and you really have to respect this horse's versatility for trainer Graham Motion. He has won from well off of the pace, and in his last 2 starts, he has won from on the lead. We'll see how far this female family allows him to go, but your point is well taken. With Curlin on top and with the classic horses that Curlin has produced over the last several years, it's certainly not impossible. Let's go to the West Coast, because John Sheriffs and the Mosses, they've thrilled us over the years with horses like Zenyatta and, of course, Kentucky Derby winner Giacomo. And this year they've got now 2 Derby hopefuls in Grade 1 winner Gormley and now Royal Mo.
Yeah, with Gormley awaiting the next step on Santa Anita's road to the Derby, Royal Mo kind of took the understudy role in last weekend's Robert B. Lewis at Santa Anita, and he rose to the occasion, taking the opportunity by winning the Lewis. Royal Mo is from the second crop of Uncle Mo, who, of course, came out firing with his first crop. So many good stakes horses, including Derby winner and champion Nyquist. Uncle Mo's second crop hasn't been quite as brilliant yet. He only had one of them win a stake as a 2-year-old last year, that being Remsen winner Motown, who is also on the Derby trail at this point. That's not really unusual for a stallion to have a terrific first crop and then to maybe hit a little bit of a backslide with his second crop. and then begin to come along again as breeders see what the first crop did and place continued faith in him. We've seen it even with horses like Tappet, who was the leading freshman sire his year, kind of nowhere to be found the following year, and then began his ascent back atop the sire ranks. So Uncle Mo, all of the signs do kind of point to breeders having continued faith in him, and he has shown that he can throw a classic horse. So Royal Mo looks to be another very good one for that young Coolmore phenom.
We're going to take a look at the stretch drive of the Robert B. Lewis. Royal Mo was on the lead, of course, as you mentioned, by the very promising and exciting young stallion Uncle Mo. Stands for a $150,000 stud fee at Ashford. This is Uncle Mo's second graded stakes winner of 2017. Royal Mo joining Unbridled Mo, who won the Houston's Ladies Classic. A $300,000 Keeneland September graduate. Royal Mo has got a lot of turf on the bottom half of this pedigree, Nicole.
Yeah, he's got two winning half siblings. The very good turf sprinter Tara from the Cape. Now, she did all of her running as a 2-year-old. She was stakes placed at 1 mile and a 16th, so we don't really know if she could have stretched out later in her career. A full sibling to that one, Leroy's Royal Lass, maximum winning distance was 5.5 furlongs. They're all out of, and Royal Mo is out of Royal Irish Lass, who never won but was placed at 1.25 miles on turf. The second dam, Irish Linnet, just a terrific, hard-knocking turf mare. Won from 6 furlongs to 1.25 miles, earned more than $1 million to racing from ages 2 to 7. Grade 2 winner, won 13 stakes, placed in 16 others. Just a terrific, hard-knocking mare. And so we do see some stamina in the bottom half of this pedigree, even though it's on turf. So it's a nice cross with Uncle Mo, where they can kind of run on anything we're seeing.
I agree, especially about your evaluation of Irish Linnet, who won or placed in 27 stakes races and was a 3-time graded stakes winner. She certainly was a hard knocker. What do you think of Uncle Mo's prospects of being a turf stallion down the road? The jury's still out from limited data.
I think they're athletes who can just run and move on anything. Uncle Mo had this brilliant way of going, just such an effortless, beautiful, long stride. He's really stamped his foals with that athleticism, and they really seem to just move beautifully on anything, whether it's turf or dirt. Okay, of course, he's got the terrific turf filly Mo Cod out there, and really, I just think he's going to go on to be a tremendous, versatile sire.
Royal Mo received a 93 Beyer speed figure in winning the Grade 3 Robert B. Lewis last week. It was not the strongest field in the world. He had a nice, easy trip on the lead. The waters will get deeper against tougher competition, obviously, but it's nice to know that these connections at least have turf as a backup option if the classic route doesn't work out for Royal Mo. Next week on the DRF Breeding Report, we're going to talk about some incoming stallions in 2017, most notably some very exciting horses like California Chrome and Frosted. We'll see you then.